Hey there! Today we're going to be going over versioning out your logos for export and all of the logos that you might need. This is going to be the logo we're working with. You can see I have a full version, and this is a lot more complex than what I would typically recommend logos be, but this is kind of a one-off case. Because of the complexities, I've provided a vertical, a horizontal, and a logo type version of the logo, which are going to be nice alternatives when that full version cannot be used. Underneath the main logos, I have an illustration of the buck, and I'll start placing those logos on their corresponding artboard. I'm going to end up doing this original color and then a few other variations. Before moving forward with the logos though, I like to clean up any artifacts, outline the fonts. This will just ensure a clean export and no funny business when people are trying to use the logos. I also like to scale the logos as close to the artboard as possible, leaving maybe a 1 pixel margin. I personally don't like having a large margin around the logos when I'm pulling in files. I like to create that myself. You'll notice that I included a version of just the buck by itself, so pulled it out from the simplified logo. It doesn't have any shadows. This is going to be nice if you only need an icon. Sometimes with your website, you need just the icon up at the top, the tab bar, which we call our favicon. So this is a good instance where maybe the icon only will be used. After I have those about the way I want, I go ahead and duplicate those 3 additional times. This will allow me to provide an inverse version of the color, a solid black version, and a solid white version. For the full logo, I did do a grayscale option, which I'm going to go back and tweak a little bit later. This will just ensure that we can see all those different variations of the logo in its full complexities. Typically, you would like to have an only white and an only black, but again, this is kind of a unique logo. With the inverse, I went ahead and swapped those tans and greens. I did use a lighter green here just because this is the lighter version of the logo. I didn't really like the lighter tan color in this scenario, so I used the brighter, more orange version. Here in the grayscale logo, you can see that I'm just going to punch it up a little bit, add some more contrast, so making the buck white instead of a slightly gray color, and then the text for big buck is going to be a darker gray. You just want to be sure that if you have to add grays in your black and white version, that there's as much contrast as possible. Now I'm going to go through and I'm labeling all of these artboards. It's very tedious, but it's something that is absolutely vital. So you can see I have the initial, I start with the initial version, like what type of logo this is going to be. So here I have full, horizontal, vertical, icon, and I just refer to it as type logo. And then I put whether or not it's in color, inverse, black, or white. And then I'm going to export those. And these are going to be the different variations and file types that I would recommend. So you have your original. In this case, it is different than the horizontal and vertical, but it might take place of one of those. I would recommend doing this in addition if your logo is more square. the horizontal and vertical version so that it can fit different spaces, the icon itself, so the visual piece of it, and then the type, so the just the text. Now, in terms of file type, I provide EPS, which is going to be our vector. It will maintain the quality, and we can pull it into Illustrator and edit it as needed. And then a PNG, it's going to have that transparent background, great use for web or if you need to slap it on something. And then a PDF, which is going to be easily viewable, just pull it up, no fancy software. And I recommend providing those in CMYK and RGB color so that you're providing logos for both print and digital. I hope this helps you, whether or not you're a designer and providing logos to a client, or you're a business who might need logos and are unaware of maybe the different versions you need. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.